hear you.
But if that's something that we're looking to do, just need, again, so I need a conference call, him explain everything, but that's way cheaper than it sounded like local government.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper than what we thought.
Because we have to take taxes.
But direct deposit would be good. To me, it'd be worth a whole lot. And then they keep all your federal taxes, where the reports at the end of the year,
And then the quarterly and the monthly.
everything.
Okay. End of the year, we can file electronically with the W-2s and all that. Okay.
Everything. It'd make it, take
Easy.
a whole lot off of your plate. He'd probably like it. The other ones wouldn't.
Oh, you used that before, did you, Jeremy?
Where
I'm sorry?
Did you use that before?
We actually had our own system
Okay.
that we went into and kept our time on. And then it had to go to the county finance to be approved, but it's the same basic thing. It was all direct deposit and all that one.
There was one correction that I caught and I've initialed it and made corrections on the original.
You might get hold of the anchor nut.
I did, and I called Dad.
You tell him to get hold of him.
Yeah,
No, I think he lost his phone or something. I can't get hold of him.
He's on that the last cruise, he's on the phone.
I can't get hold of him.
The other good thing about that,
Saying he's having problems, issues, so.
cover you up to 16 employees.
Yeah,
So you
instead
got,
of
I thought you
3.
had like 5 or 3 or something.
We're up to 5 now?
Well, I mean,
Two
I
part-time,
had,
Yeah.
it would be up to 5,
Yeah.
well, even part-time, timekeeping and payroll.
which is probably a lot easier as far as taxes and all that stuff for you.
Taxes. It'll also keep track of vacation, accrual, PTO, everything with payroll and
I think you only want to give vacation.
Well, but mine's salary, so it's a mess.
Yes.
So,
Get a copy of the agenda, Karen.
But it would do, if you added people, it don't go up per.
It stays the same.
It stays up to 16. So I don't see any hope there.
Would they send someone in to train for that? You said it's onboarding, so that's.
They would probably do like a Zoom video.
I don't know that
I'm not sure.
has a
That would be something
camera.
else.
This has a camera, but we would want it to be on that one for sure.
But in comparison to them, I forgot what you said.
Yeah, it was a little bit more, but that was the initial. And then after that, it was about, but it was filling up to 3, not 16.
So every time if you add it, just say in the.
Yeah, it would cost, yeah.
More
And I said,
per.
how much would it cost if we had to add 2 people? And he told me, I said, that's ridiculous.
No, this sounds like it's,
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
I know other people, Riverside Chevrolet and all that, that's what they use
Okay.
for payroll. And they also have what they call net benefits, but we, like I say, a bunch of other stuff for them.
That'd be good. All right. How soon do you want to set up that?
Well, we'll get it whenever, call it, see what his schedule is.
Well, you know my hours, right? Okay. You show this weekend? What up? Memorial? Did y'all show?
No, we-
You took this weekend off?
They tied them, we can't.
Well, we went up there Saturday.
Well, we went over and watched, but we
Hey, that woman sent me the bill for that ad. Did I put it in there? She sent me one for the page, well then she sent me another for the picture. Yeah, I have just one second.
sure will. I don't know, the picture came from somebody else.
Yeah, but
Didn't it let you you go to Florida with them?
Not today.
A hickory nut ain't good.
We don't know.
I think a beer.
Probably hickory nut.
What time is it?
4:54.
You got about a few more minutes, Beer. We're not, we'll start with that.
Do we have a quorum?
Only need the 3 here, eh? It's always
But you
done.
can't. I don't think you make the
I
motion.
don't have to, I've got 2 right here.
Yeah.
It's all we done before. When I was sitting on board before, we did it. I'm just a tiebreaker. If they tie, one say yay, one say nay, I can tiebreak. Fire department, they're up the dam, going through the dam, further down, walking through.
Fire
Yeah,
stuff,
fire
safety
stuff.
stuff.
Safety stuff, fire stuff.
If they had a disaster or something.
Yeah. Yeah, they broke out a fire or something, so. Farmers market, they're having it Saturday out here, so everybody know they're having it Saturday, so.
The hours on that, or what are the hours on that gonna be?
They start at 8 o'clock, I think when somebody put it on Facebook, they're starting at 8 o'clock, so I don't know how long it takes. Until you run out or whatever. There's Clinton show.
Hey, no,
Did you have?
no, I ain't found it yet.
We'll go cow hunting.
Remember my husband wanted
We'll go cow hunting here at Walker.
When you get out or something? Out here.
One escape.
Escapee.
Escape.
I see it's over at Wheels again. Last one, that's where it went.
We're gonna escape.
Wheels, I will haul it
But
off.
did it jump out of that corral?
No, they left the gate to the hide room, well, the small gate in the hide room, and it went in there. And then went in, up there where the loading chutes at, they seen it jump out of there. And then it just walked back through there, by the time I got here.
We. What time is it now?
Did you say here or not?
4:57.
I didn't say here, no.
Nigger Nut might be on a cruise this morning.
Hey, bud.
He was in town this morning because he walked right out in front of me in the rain down there when I come up the road.
You were right over you. I got a
Blue umbrella, baby blue umbrella.
I
So he's
Facebooked
here then.
him, told him meeting was tonight, he knows.
As I passed him, I could have smacked him. I was so close to him.
Or his phone, either one, his phone.
Oh, yeah.
I heard he lost his phone or something.
On the cruise.
Yeah, I think he lost it on the cruise, yeah.
Told him last time you went on the cruise, he lost it.
Sorry,
I remember.
I did make it.
We'll wait,
I wasn't sure that because I didn't have
we'll wait for the last minute.
I wasn't sure I was going to make it.
He wrote it down.
In fact, if it hadn't rained, I would have known it.
He forgot where he wrote it.
I had unexpected company.
I do that.
They had to come over and cut that tree out of the road.
I've seen it there.
Tore the lines down.
Take care of that $1 million road up through there.
Yeah, all you have to do is down. It's a free,
Yeah.
and if you want to upload to the
Girl
pro,
texted me the
it's
other day.
$1.
With videos very much.
Over in Griffin Lane, I think we got a new police officer, he come over and starts slowing people down Griffin Lane, I'm thinking, they got more speed humps than anybody in the county got on.
It's a video app, that's what it is. It's a pro.
What's that girl?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's a pro
Okay,
video
so you
app.
use that, just like you click on it and then it'll
That's what
record.
I'm
Just
doing right
Yeah,
now. Because I was like, it's
Well,
just,
she walks her, they walk their dogs in the middle of the road.
Yeah, that's making
My
somebody
mind
do
doesn't
wild.
do technology well. I just,
And they gotta move out of the way, get the dogs out of the way. That ain't, road ain't for walking the dog.
There's more speed humps on Griffin Lane there than you know.
you can
There's
do
three on there,
like,
ain't there? One, two, three.
One down there by, yeah, one out there by her house.
mine does an airport.
One there with that trailer right past your mom and dad's place.
Send, put my phone next to the
Yeah.
computer and
and then one over
download it.
from Tim Howard.
Yeah, that one come there. There's three there. That's more we got in
Because,
here.
and
And we got
somebody
three
gifted
in
me,
you.
made the mistake of saying something around somebody and they gifted me. That's why I put it on. They said, "My fun, you go
Two
get
short hauler and one
I'm
on.
saving my money, my pennies, and I said, it's not.
All right, let's get a good start. Quentin, you don't care to lead us off with prayer, please?
Father, we come to you now. We thank you for the day. Thank you for your blessings. We pray, Lord, you'd be with the men in the meeting, Lord, they'd do the things that be in order. We give you the praise for asking in your name. Amen.
Everybody looked over the last minutes and stuff. There be a motion to pass the April 28th minutes.
I'll make a motion to pass.
I second.
All in favor? Would make a motion to sign ordinance for the first reading of the 225-26 budget.
I'll make a motion.
There a second? Second. All in favor, say aye.
How long we gotta sign it?
Just ready to copy.
No, that's the original, that's the second reading for the.
Second reading. So we have to, on the second, we have to sign this right here today, or we
Yes.
sign this too?
We did it,
We
we
have
did
to
the
make a
first
motion.
reading last time.
We made the motion up first, right, so in there, we got to sign the second, right?
Mhm.
We need to make a motion to sign the second.
I'll make a motion.
Here. All in favor, say aye. They need to sign this again? or-
Mm-hmm, you gotta sign the second reading, date it. No, I'm just
Oh,
gonna.
yeah, it's just wait, push this second reading. Everything good? Everything passed? Anybody got anything they want to bring up? Anything? Anybody?
You wanna get the police department.
Yeah, all good. Go ahead.
I got some business here. Scott Coffee, know some of you don't. Pleasure. I got 2 pieces of property, And one of them's for sale. It's on the other side. It's right past Short Hollow. It's on off Long Island Road, right past Short Hollow.
Yeah.
And I understand that somebody dumped some trash and
Yeah.
did some detective work for
Yeah,
me.
we got it took care of. Yeah.
I sure do appreciate you, Mayor Colombo. Take care of that one
Yeah.
for me.
I appreciate it. I reckon they thought your land was dumping ground or whatever.
Well, I'm having some problems over there. I've got had two real estate signs stolen, and then a realtor local here was showing it to some young lady, and they were walking it, and 2 gunshots. Apparently, well, they were closed because this lady, according to the realtor, she said she felt the percussion from the round. She said, I was in combat. I know what it feels like. And I just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of open to suggestion, but I wanted to throw it out so people, if anybody got any suggestions for, there's, one house that's up on the hill above it and another dirt drive that goes to the right where my easement starts. And I've never been up that driveway, I don't know, but,
Put somebody around close shooting or something.
well, they're close. If you can feel the, if you can feel the round, but the shame of it all is that this was a young lady and she's just gonna build her a little cabin back in the woods. Her parents live here in New Hope, and it would have been the best possible thing for everybody around there. And so, they're just shooting themselves in the foot. But I just wanted to throw that out and let you know that, and I'm open for suggestions.
There's the police chief right there. You talk to him after the meeting's over.
Okay.
So he'll be glad to talk to you after the meeting's over.
Thank you. I've got one more issue.
All right.
They'll come in with a bag full. My farm over there, and it's if you know where the shrine is.
Yeah, I've been over there. I know where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I went down there about a month ago, and up in the middle of my front yard, there's TVA property boundary markers
Yeah.
all the way down the bottom.
Yeah.
Now, their land had been gone for 40, 50 years. I was there about 25 years ago when the TVA surveyor came by, and I described the marker. He said, yeah, that's it. I knew what they looked like. I said, well, you about 10 years too late. And he said, that's what I figured. And then I met with the TVA, the head dude over the control of the land there, and he goes, basically, Mr. Ours is gone. And so I was curious, is that a New Hope thing, or
It ain't
is that,
anything to do with New Hope.
Corps of Engineers does all that.
Yeah, they done it. They done the same way down here at the bridge down here.
Yeah,
That Turner Farm, they went through there and put new signs up all down through there too.
They did it on the Holy Lands down here too, the Catholic property.
yeah?
All the way to
Down
yours.
your place, and probably went down your
Same
place.
way.
So it's all through New Hope. Well, without a letter or a phone call, I mean, so I'm not the sole one that's up part of this land grab. Then is that?
I don't know. That ain't got anything to do with us. Nothing with us. That's got to do with TVA.
Yeah, like he said, the Corps of Engineers does.
You have to get contact with TVA.
Yeah.
That ain't anything to do with us at all.
Well, I was just curious if it was just me or if it was all of New Hope.
They done all down through there.
Anybody on the river.
Anybody on the river.
What made them start doing it when they get ready to sell this property down here, and people thought they owned all the way to the river. So they came in there and they started marking all down through there. They marked all their land and stuff. I didn't know they went up your far, but I know they went up quite a ways.
Yeah, the thing, I get it if that's the actual boundary,
Yeah.
but like I said, theirs is gone.
It's so many feet, do you know what it is, Tony?
I don't remember the footage, but I know
It's so many feet they own TVA.
they come around every so often
Yeah.
for washout on the bank, and they get whatever that footage is, wherever the bank's at, they get it on in there. If it erodes out 10 foot, they move on in
So
10
that's the
foot.
thing, is it's way wider now than it was 20 years ago.
I know my dad, he owns property there on the river, you know, he lived on the river, and he used to mow it all the time. They came in there, sent him letters, everything else, quit mowing it, don't do no more work on their land. But he still mowed it, but they threatened to take him to court 2 or 3 times. Because
Well, I guess
they
that's
didn't
where I
want
went.
nobody to touch up their land.
'Cause, I mean, I talked to the Corps of Engineers, it's been 20 years ago at least, about stabilizing it. And they said, oh no, that's TVA. So I talked to TVA and they said, oh no, that's Corps of Engineers. You know, it's one of these.
Yeah, you had to contact them, ain't nothing to do with us, we don't have things.
Well, I didn't think it was. I knew you didn't have, you guys didn't have anything to do with
But
it.
I know they did.
They did it all the way.
Yeah, I didn't know how far they done it. I didn't know how far they done it, but I know they started at the river putting their new signs in.
My understanding has always been, when the deed was initialized from TVA back in the late 30s, that they owned so many feet from the water's edge at that time.
They did.
And they, like I said, the guy from TVA
Yeah.
has told me that, so
They own so many feet. I don't know what it is.
yeah,
I remember
that's
when your
that.
dad was up there, we farmed that
Yeah,
back then. And I remember them coming in there and doing it then. That's been 40 years ago, 45. And yeah, they've done it again. I don't know how they can legally do it, but I guess the government, they can do whatever they want to.
We all know right here, because we rode motorcycles, horses, and everything else up in there, and I know
Yeah.
your dad and everything else. We rode up there all the time. We know where your place is. Most people don't even know where your place is. But,
Yeah, yeah, I
you
know it, yeah.
Up there on the river, most people ain't even been there, but
They call it coffee field.
yeah, yeah. But we don't have anything to
Okay,
ask
thanks.
TVA. You have to get with them.
I just wanted to know.
So they went through there and done their boundary lines. I know that. I didn't know they went that far up. I know they went up there to the Catholics and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they moved it way up. It's like way past Schultz Blood. Up in the fields. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to know who I was gonna be dueling with.
That's it. That's them. TVA. All right. I got. What about the police chief? What did he got for us?
All's well. We've had this month so far 10 calls for service, 18 traffic stops, and 10 citations, no arrest. So, well, we ordered the body cameras. They should be here within the next month.
Okay.
They went through Axon, so it's kind of a state of the art for that stuff. It's got its own servers. They won't be stored here. It's out of state, out of the area. So no matter what happens here, that evidence is still secure. So.
Have you checked on about getting us any security cameras for out here?
Not yet. No.
Okay. We need to get some. Especially when we start having a festival out here where we start taping who's in the parking lot, who's across the road, and everything else.
We had talked about using that out of the money we had left over from this budget, so we should have plenty.
Whatever next year, whatever we got to do. When they get us some kind of,
I got a guy help us with that.
Mike said, y'all get together, maybe work something out. So,
You got an app where you can watch them on your phone.
yeah, that's what we had for at work. Watch them on phone. I'm working. I got with the lady that's over TVA over at all the parks and stuff. She's working to see if she can get us some kind of funding to help us out on the park situation, because it's costing us nothing but money. I mean, we got to have garbage picked up there every week. We got to mow it and everything else. So I finally got with her and found out who was the head. So she's gonna see what she can do to help us out with some funding and stuff. So maybe we can get some help with them and get that going. Farmers market will be this Saturday. They'll have the farmers market out here Saturday, so come out here and you can buy all your cage pies and whatever from everybody. And,
Where is that?
we have it out here, pavilion right here. We put a pavilion right here at the side.
Okay.
And they're gonna
great.
start having a farmer's market. We're gonna start having it. And they'll start this Saturday. They'll have homemade cage pies, vegetable stuff out of your garden. Anything homemade. We told everybody you can bring anything homemade, like chicken. You have to see your chicken eggs out here, or anything you want to do that's homemade, and bring out here, and canned goods.
Great.
Yeah. That way we start getting the community together and stuff. You know what I mean?
Brad, we got to add, within the next 2 weeks, the 2 part-timers should be starting as well.
Okay.
Some additional people out.
Good. So we'll, and the 4th of July, we're gonna have a 4th of July. We're gonna put a fireworks show out here 4th of July. So next year, we're hoping to make it bigger where we can have food out here next year and music maybe out here next year. Make it for all the community to get together. But we will have a 4th of July show out here. We'll shoot them off about dark out here. 4th of July.
Fantastic.
Jasper's putting theirs on Saturday, so we'll put ours on that Friday. So we're trying to get some stuff started.
Yes, I like it.
Trying to get the community together and stuff. So anybody got anything else they want to bring up? Anybody?
After last month's meeting and you all talking about grants and cleaning things up and everything out here and what you could be doing, I suggest that somebody look into the EPA brownfield grants. They've been around for a long time. They're made for things like this. I don't know when the opening of the grant period application will be opened, but it will be. If it's already closed now, then somebody needs to start learning about it, reading about it, getting on top of that. Maybe there's something there that can give you funding to help mitigate this flooding problem out here. And it's from the EPA. And it's made for things like that. They got a brownfield grant up here where Siskins used to be, where they're putting the new arena, where you go into Chattanooga. They got brownfield grants for that to help rehabilitate that property. So, just throwing it out there.
We're trying to get some stuff started. Like I said, we're just now. I'm just learning a lot of stuff about this grant stuff. No one's ever filed grants before or anything else.
We should be taking advantage of everything.
And that's why I'm saying nobody's ever done grants and stuff before. We're starting that from the ground, trying to get grants. And I'm working on another grant right now that Verizon offers to the community, like a $50,000 grant. So I'm working on some grants stuff through a guy that's over grants. So you wrote that down, so we're just checking and stuff. You gonna get with Mark about?
Yeah, he was supposed to come today, but
We gotta get a bid on this pad out here about making this pad where we can pour concrete on top of it, get that level. So we gotta get that.
we got half of the concrete gonna be donated.
SRM. They say it's gonna take 16 or 17 yards to do this out here, and they're gonna donate 10 yards of concrete. So they're gonna donate over half of what we need to do this pavilion. So we got to get someone to come out here and do dirt work for us where we can get it framed up and get it poured. But they said they would donate 10 yards of concrete for us.
Quite a bit.
That's quite a bit.
Only $200 a yard.
That's quite a bit of money saving.
Yeah.
So when we get that thing concreted, get it thing. Me and Caleb went after the fireworks the other day. We got the fireworks for the fireworks show. I got with the fire department. They're gonna shoot them off for us and stuff. So we'll get everything covered on that.
I don't have much of a fire hazard back there.
No, we won't have no fire hazard back there.
It's all water.
We won't have no fire hazard. We're all covered on that.
Here lately, it's all water. It doesn't rain.
Rain every day. But anybody got anything else they want to bring up?
I'll throw this out there.
Yeah.
There's a lady that lives over in South Pittsburgh, and I can't think of her name, but I'll get it to you. She was in charge of Chattanooga Historic Revitalization for years. And she is a grant queen.
Oh, really?
That's her forte.
Yeah, anybody you
I'll
can
call her.
get, I'll give you my number and stuff, everything, you get to her. Anything to help out, like I said, we're just starting from ground up, trying to get grants. I got a fire chief now, he's applying for grants and getting grants. I got a police chief over here, he knows how to get grants and stuff, and he'll get us grants and stuff. So we're starting to try to get grant money and stuff and everything.
Part of the issue right now with everybody coming in, a lot of times with the new fiscal year coming, the grants, you have to have them turned in by March.
Yeah.
And then it takes effect and they announce the award by July 1. So what we're working on now is kind of going to be in place for next year's budget when we start planning for it. But it gives us plenty of time to do our research and find out what we need to do, get the stats in there and go from there.
I got a $150,000 grant I'm working on right now, and a $50,000 grant, and another grant trying to get a storm shelter, where they build a storm shelter for us. So that's, we're working on.
Can't beat free money.
Yeah. All they can say is yay or nay. So we're working on it.
I think our community's in a good spot to be able to get some of these
Yeah.
with our layout.
Like I said, we're all learning. We're all just learning about this grant situation. So we're trying our best. Anybody before we close this?
Thought we was gonna need that Saturday storm shelter.
I did too. I wish I had it.
Get rough a little bit.
We stand there looking over South Pittsburgh and funnel clouds that's come across the mountain. And that's what the first thing I said. I'm gonna build me one there in the house. I'm gonna find me something to build me one in the house. All right, I hear a motion to close the meeting up. To adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion.
I'll say. All right. That's it. Yeah. Meeting adjourned.
Mr. Coffey, I've got a little piece of advice.
Dig a backhoe, dig a hole.
Tennessee is a single-party recording state. You can record the conversations that you have on your phone with someone else without their permission. If you call TVA, you better do that very thing and hang on to that.
Yeah, I knew Georgia was, but I didn't know if Tennessee was or
Can't record
not.
someone in their home. When you're in your home, if you're on your phone, it's a single-party recording state. I've been corrected that multiple times. Trust me, it is.
Yeah, thanks for that